A week later, the house that was already heavy with tension finally cracked open. Susie stood in front of the vanity in her room, her purse spilled open on the bed. She rummaged through it once, then twice, then a third time, her movement growing frantic. Lipsticks rolled onto the bedsheet, keys clinked, receipts fluttered to the floor, but the thick bundle of cash was nowhere to be found. Her breathing quickened, fingers trembling as she turned the purse upside down and shook it violently, as if the money might magically fall out. No, she muttered, eyes darting around the room. Her muttering turned into a sharp gasp, then fury. Within seconds, she stormed out of the room and into the living area, her face twisted with rage. You were there, quietly folding clothes, your movements slow, careful, trained by years of fear. You, Susie snapped, pointing straight at you. Where is my money? What money? You looked up, startled. Don't act innocent. She screamed. The cash, the one in my purse. Where did you hide it? Your heart began pounding painfully. You shook your head. I don't know, Susie. I swear I don't. Before you could finish, her hand came flying across your face. The slap echoed through the room, sharp and loud. Your head snapped to the side, pain exploding across your cheeks. I said, stop lying, she yelled. She grabbed a fistful of your hair, and yanked it back brutally, forcing you to look at her. Tears welled up in your eyes instantly as you cried out in pain. I don't know. You sobbed. Please, I don't know anything about your money. Your voice trembled, your hands gripping her wrist weakly, but she only tightened her hold. At that moment, heavy footstep approached. Jungkook entered the living room, his expression darkening. The sound he took in this scene. What's going on? He demanded. Susie turned to him immediately, fury spilling over. She stole my money, she said venomously. That bitch stole my cash. You shook your head frantically. No, Jungkook, I didn't. I swear I didn't take anything. He didn't even hesitate. He grabbed your hair from Susie's grip, pulling even harder, forcing a scream out of your throat. You think I'm stupid? He snarled. You think you can steal from us and get away with it? His palm struck your face once, then again. Your vision blurred, your legs nearly giving out as you cried openly, your hands clutching his arm in desperation. Please, please, I don't do it. Before the chaos could grow further, a small hurried footstep echoed from the hallway. Leave my Amma. Jungsu came running in, his little chest heaving, eyes blazing with fear and fury far too big for his small space. He threw himself between you and Jungkook, pushing at Jungkook's legs with his tiny fist. Don't touch her. He screamed. Leave her alone. Ara startled by the shouting, appeared near the doorway and immediately burst into loud sobs, clinging to the wall in fear. Jungkook looked down at Jungsu in disbelief and anger. Get out of my way, he growled. Jungsu didn't move. Instead, he started hitting Jungkook harder, his small hands striking his thighs and stomach, useless but desperately. You bastard man, Jungsu cried. Don't hurt my Umma. You tried to reach for him through your tears. Jungsu, please. Jungkook lost his temper completely. Where the hell is the money? He shouted, his voice shaking the room. Jungsu suddenly stopped. He looked up at Jungkook, his little face streaked with tears, jaw clenched with a resolve that didn't belong to a child. I took it, he shouted back. I stole it. The room froze. What? He whispered, horror flooding your face. Jungsu. Jungkook turned slowly towards you, eyes blazing. See, he snapped. Look at your son. This is how you raised him. Before you could even react, his hand struck you again. This is your fault. Jungsu screamed in rage, his eyes darted around wildly until they landed on the decorative vase sitting on the side table. In a split second, he grabbed it with both hands and swung it with all the strength his small body could muster. The vase crashed against Jungkook's head. A dull groan escaped Jungkook as he stumbled back, blood immediately trickling down his temple. The room erupted into chaos. You little... Jungkook roared. Before you could shield Jungkook slapped him hard and shoved him away violently. Jungsu's small body hit the floor with a sickening thud, his head striking the edge of edge of the table, blood began seeping from his scalp. No, you screamed. You ran to Jungkook, collapsing beside him, cradling his head against your chest as he cried weakly, trembling in pain. My baby, you sobbed, pressing your hand over his bleeding head, tears dropping onto his face. Suzy stood frozen for a second, then scoffed coldly. This is what happens when you keep trash in your house. Jungkook wiped the blood from his forehead, his breathing heavy, eyes dark with fury. Without another word, he turned and walked away. Suzy followed him. Heels clicking sharply, not once looking back. The door slammed shut. You were left alone on the cold floor, rocking Jungkook in your arms as his cry slowly faded into weak whimpers. Blood stained your clothes, your hands, your head. Hard. You pressed your forehead to his and whispered brokenly, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And in that moment, something inside you shattered beyond repair.